What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and in this video we'll be talking about SPCX. This video will probably be pretty quick, so let's get into it. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. And yeah, here we are at $153, about 3 minutes left in this early hour session, early market session. The stock market is about to open up, and there's just something that I've noticed here with this downtrend. I noticed it a little bit, and I just started making the video afterwards, so we'll see how true this is. But notice here, during the normal hours, you can tell post-session, pre-session, normal hours are not colored, right? The colored columns are post and pre-market sessions. You don't really get a lot of volume during the post and pre-market sessions, okay? During the regular market, during the regular hours, that's whenever you get the volume. And notice here, let's go all the way back. In the beginning of this downward move from the top. When you move down, you had a lot of volume. When you move down here, you had volume come in. It doesn't look like a lot of volume, but it is. It's above average. You see this little histogram, this little like milky yellow, like wispy lines there? That, when the volume's above this, that's above average volume. Whenever it's below it, that's below average. And that average is based on 45 bars, 45 iterations. So it's I think a pretty fair average to take 45 and average that out. So this is above average volume even here. As you're moving down, above average volume. As you're moving down here during regular market hours, above average volume. Right here you're moving down a little bit, but there's not much volume, so you kind of hold off, and then regular market hours come in and you're moving down with a lot of volume. And here you moved up, not a lot of volume, so what'd you do? You came back down. Is there a theme? Are you getting it? A lot of volume as you're coming down here, a lot of volume as you're coming down here. There's volume. It's all during the regular market session, opening hours and closing hours of the day. We've done something different now. Yesterday we did gap down. We had a gap down post market session and pre market session. We gapped down, but then we opened up, we pumped up, and volume came in. When we pumped this time, volume came in at the lows. The lows, which by the way are tit for tat tied up with our, well, maybe not tit for tat tied up, but still very, very near our IPO price area right there. Very, very close right there. And you had volume come in, and then what did we do? We sold off at the end of the day like we normally do, but was there any volume this time? No, there wasn't. My suspicion is that we're going to turn the tide, and instead of dumping in the beginning of the day and dumping at the end of the day, we might see pumping in the beginning of the day and pumping at the end of the day. And if I'm right, and if this is a relative low, and if SPCX is on its path to recovery back to around $190, $200, we should see volume come in, backing those moves up. I don't think this move is going to happen. We're not going to go from $150 to $200, $150 to $190. We're probably not going to do that today. Probably not even this week. I mean, maybe this week. This thing does move pretty quick. For a multi-trillion-dollar asset, it does move pretty quick. We're about to open up the new day, bringing it in here. Probably going to see it happen on this video. Yeah, we got like 30 seconds left. But again, the thought is that when we move up, we're going to fill these gaps. There's a gap here, right? You close the day there, you opened it down here, so there's a gap right there that's not filled. It's partially filled, but not filled. And there's a gap right there too, right? Between here and there. So we're going to come up and we're going to fill these gaps. That top gap gets filled at 191. So I feel very confident in calling for prices that are between 190 to $200. We take the high, the all-time high, and the all-time low, very significant fib. The golden ratio is right there at 191 to 197. Again, the thought that I have here, and I want to be very, very clear because we're talking about the price moving up. I don't want to get people too excited. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I do not believe anybody has any business buying this thing right now. No business. I don't care. I don't care how confident. I'm very confident, in fact, that we see this move, 20% move, 27% move. I'm very confident in it. I'm not going long. I'm not buying calls. I'm not buying into this at all. I'm staying the hell away. We're overvalued even at these low levels, even at the quote-unquote all-time lows for now. We're still overvalued. What I'm looking for is an opportunity to go short at the golden ratio zone, at a lower high, which is very near the all-time high, and then looking to potentially hold that short until we get below these levels, and then look elsewhere for trades and stuff. But I hope that that makes sense. I hope that that all made sense. I hope that you got something out of it. If you didn't, if you're like, what the hell is he talking about? Where did this come from? Watch the video again. Watch it. It might be one of those movies that you have to watch twice before the plot sticks. You know what I mean? The RSI hitting the oversold zone, coming back out. Cool, whatever. MACD, everything looks somewhat bearish right now, but I have a feeling we're going to shift bullish here pretty damn soon. 1 hour time frame. To me, the 1 hour is shifting bullish. You had this downtrend, right? Lower lows, lower highs. You've broken that trend since then, and now you're forming higher lows, higher highs. You look like you're changing it. Stochastics look like they're changing as well. And the MACD is close to coming up above the zero. I mean, mark my words, guys. It's Wednesday today. It could be Friday. It could be by the end of this week that we see prices back at this 190 area. If not by the end of this week, then I would believe next week. It could be, and so far, how SpaceX has moved has been a straight line up and a straight line down. It could be that we move up in a straight line again. It could be volatile. Maybe we move up to 180, we move back down to 155, we move up to to 190, and then we move back down to 165, and then we move up just above 200, and then we come down. It could be, maybe we go all the way up to a new all-time high, and then we sell off from there. I don't care how high we go. I'm not buying this thing. I would advocate against buying this entirely. I don't believe that anybody has any business going long or buying this thing, but with that being said, we probably do move up. What I'm waiting for is an opportunity to go short. That's what I'm waiting for. And I don't think that it's here. I think you're going to get creamed if you do it here. Some people like getting creamed, but not me, man. I want to avoid that if I can at all costs. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Good luck. Take care. Bye-bye.